presumptuous. That I was so upset when she did that to him. I was so upset when she did that. How dare you? How dare you try to tell this black man what he should feel, and how to tell and to tell him that that his people have done this and his people have been through that, and she knows about slavery and all this type of stuff. She makes me sick.
No, I know you're not. This country illegally, you are going home. Simple as that. We do not have unlimited resources.
I think a lot of Americans
to take care of other people.
There's a hell of a lot of people other than the black people who were brought here as slaves who came to this country illegally.
They are not the same as black people who were brought here against our will.
That's exactly what I just said. I said there is a lot
across the border.
There's a big difference.
There is a big difference.
That's exactly what I just said.
There is a big difference.
That's exactly what I just said, Shermichael. Look and act indignant. That's exactly what I just said.
It's not about acting indignant.
Yes, it is.
Let me just Shermichael.
That's other than the black
Anna and Shermichael.
There are a lot of people from
Shermichael, I think you
countries
actually misheard what
illegally.
I think you misheard what she said.
No, he purposely misheard.
She said.
I purposely misheard. So now you're in my brain.
Shermichael, listen to me for just a second.
Is that where we're going?
You think I would say I will have advocated for black people my entire life and say something like that?
Anna,
because you've advocated for black people, great. Congratulations. Last time I checked, I'm black. You're not.
Okay, Shermichael.
That's right. I'm Latino, and my people are being racially profiled.
It is.
And
do I have to remind you the history of my people?
Shermichael,
do you want to go there?
No, I don't.
Okay, we're going to go to break.
Raul,
we're going to go to break. Raul Reyes, thank you very much for joining us. Everybody else, hang tight.
History was not
we'll be right back.
When I was studying history, like the
Wow. Okay. So that pissed me off. That pissed me off. First of all, these leftists are so they've idolized race so much. It is sickening. It is sickening that this woman is going to sit there and tell Shermichael what it is to be black. Now, you could tell he did not hear her correctly. He misunderstood her, and it was an honest mistake. Okay. And when Abby said, I think you misunderstood her, he was like, oh, okay. If I did, he was like, okay, I must have misunderstood. And then she tried to be snarky and say he didn't. Right. He did it intently. Right. But then the comment she made about she's advocated for black people all her life. This is so annoying when these leftists, when these liberals do that, when they say such things, because all they're doing is they view race as a lens of power. Yeah. And, they view it as everything and they obsess over it. And so because they view it as a lens of power, they also use it. They use it to victimize the victimhood, to encourage a lack of responsibility and things like that, to divide us. That's what it is. It's a tool of division. She doesn't care about slavery or black people or whatever. It's really annoying. It really is. Michelle, what are your thoughts on that?
Remember, S-Files, I was saying like the DEI wars, the victim wars is what the S-Files said. Yeah, they do that. They do that a lot. It's just what we're seeing is it heat up, right? Because now they're so angry, they've lost and they don't know what to do. So they're fighting amongst themselves. But you're right, KJ, this is going back and forth. And what's interesting for her is, we don't know where she comes from all that. We've categorized people. We like to do these big, bold categories, but I have a lot of friends that you would consider Latino, but some of them are from Spain. And I'm just going to tell you what, I'm not going to be woe is me from my friends from Spain who are not the same as friends who maybe came from like some of my family that came from Chile or El Salvador or wherever. So this whole victim woe is me, how much money does she make? What is her salary? So they want to take this, and then they want to take this ownership of my people. It's all my people, my people. Right now, your people are middle class because unless you or upper class, unless you just got here, even if you're first generation, second generation, a lot of times, what makes me angry is they feel like they are suffering. They're not the ones suffering. And what made me angry about this exchange and hopeful, and actually, I wish Miss Gerald was here for this one part. Because I want to know when black men are going to wake up and see how the party really respects or really disrespects them. Because it didn't matter. They weren't going to listen to him. And I know we'll be talking about it later. But just to see this exchange just showed me, they don't really want to hear what you have to say either. And she was just mocking him. You did it on purpose. I don't even know what that voice was that she used. Just go ahead and be indignant. And I was like, well, what is that?
I know. She's annoying.
Entitled.
She's annoying. And another thing she said that was a lie. She says that her people are being racially profiled. No, unless your people are illegals. No, it's not. It's not being racially profiled. It's an idea that if you entered this country illegally, and there are many people here illegally now due to Joe Biden and his corrupt administration, now President Trump is cleaning it up. And so it's not about being racially profiled. It's if you're here illegally, you're going to be handed over to ICE and take you back to your country of origin. There's not any profile in that. But she continues to try to use race and ethnicity as a tool of division and emoting about it, and just blatant out lies. But again, as you guys know, this is Christian conservative. We believe in the inherent worth and dignity of every person, not because of their race, but because they're made in the image of God. The Bible tells us there is neither Jew nor Greek, slave nor free, male nor female, for you are all one in Christ. That's in Galatians 3rd chapter. So that means our identity in Christ should come before skin color. But the left preys, P-R-E-Y, on race to use for power. And so we view it as part of a person's story, but never the whole story. It's just one part. Our ultimate identity is not black, white, or brown. It's a child of God. And they want to use this slavery, this historical, slavery and things. They want to continue to use that to try to get votes. This is all it is. And she was so presumptuous. That I was so upset when she did that to him. I was so upset when she did that. How dare you? How dare you try to tell this black man what he should feel, and how to tell and to tell him that that his people have done this and his people have been through that, and she knows about slavery and all this type of stuff. She makes me sick. Oh, makes me sick.
It's hard to listen to these things. I think you laugh from crying, you rage from it's just outrageous. Her conduct is outrageous. The back and forth, they needed to go on break. So I'll tell you what, that was the best thing they did is say, we're going to take a break. But I think right now they're capitalizing on the fact that right now who he's deporting are MS-13 gang members. Tren de Aragua, gang members. Like they're looking at gang members, but he's sending back Haitian people from Haiti, people from China, people from all over the world because Joe Biden opened it up for the nations to send everybody here illegally. And that is what happened. So,
and guess what? And we're going to talk about it a little later, why it is important that he's deporting these MS-13 Tren de Aragua gangs. They were sent here by Maduro to do terrorism.